they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. Feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212-1017 is the number. All right, it's Monday. What's going on? How's the world treating you? It's been 6 full days since the election. I got a million questions. And I got some questions I want to ask. But first, I would like to share something with you. It's sort of a suggestion. And it's a comment. And I hope people don't take it the wrong way. But, all right, I need some bodyguards. Y'all can be my bodyguards today? They're like, nope.
I got you, Dr. Ken.
Well, I'm in trouble now. Anytime Jason say, I got you. Oh, Lord. I would tease Jason, but you want money for it? There's somebody else in the studio. DJ Brother Z. There's somebody else in the studio. I'm not going to say who it is. DJ Brother Z. So, I'm just saying. Can't take them nowhere. It is true. There are many boomers. It's like talking to yourself when you talk to Gen Z. They don't want to do anything online. If they do anything, you got to pay them because it's about money. Why you got to look like that?
I mean, it do come down to money. We just saying.
Can't take them nowhere.
Taking a bullet for free?
Well, if you do, we got to pay you. Anyway. 833-212-1017. The black community has a literacy problem. They don't know their ABCs. Information is there for the asking. But when you make up your own misunderstanding of something, it gets a little rough. And I don't know if this person that sent me this is black or white, but I've heard it from black people, just like people make what I like to call the idiotic misogynist. They're those males that don't vote for Kamala Harris, they're misogynists. Yeah, some of them are. All of them know. But the fact that you do to black males what we say white people do to us, sometimes I'm being general, by saying that when you see crime in a community, it's all black people, or all black people are criminals, or all, right? And I've seen black people do it to white people. All white people are racist. They're not. Stop. I had a caller last night, Truth on TMJ, who made a statement in the talking text line, and then, watch this, found my website and sent me a message. And I'm going to read the message. You ready? It says, Dr. Ken, and I'm not going to say the person's name. Dr. Ken, and is DJ Brother Z still in there? I want y'all to listen to this, and then I want you to respond, and then I'm going to respond. I'm going to try to hold my peace and not say anything. Dr. Ken, I was the constant text during your Sunday show, November 10th on WTMJ. I am interested in connecting with you. My analysis is that black and minority communities in Milwaukee need a stern talking to by leaders such as yourself about the plight of their communities and why grocery stores do not locate in their neighborhoods. Grocery stores such as Walmart, Walgreens, Pick and Save are pulling out of their neighborhoods due to crime and theft, which is leading to these stores not making profits to sustain their operations. If community leaders such as yourself are not willing and able to speak truth to these neighborhoods, then they will forever be at the low end of the economic and health spectrum. My take is also that the Trump administration, the Trump campaign won these voters over because they received a $1,200 check from the Trump administration during the pandemic. And these communities are expecting another $1,200 check in exchange for their vote during the 2024 campaign. These voters better be ready because the Trump administration will not be handing out any more $1,200 checks. I would also like to be educated on the topic of barriers in place faced by black men, which are hindering their educational and professional development, which is holding them back from achieving their professional and career aspirations. Your thoughts?
See, I think he was trying to give like a little backhanded compliment because obviously he's talking about how influential you are and how smart you are that you can help whip us into shape. That is so racist. That whole thing is racist. Like that's definitely.
But why?
Dude, he's literally putting all black people into this box as in like the reason why stores and stuff is not coming to our neighborhoods because we do all crime and we do all. It's basically just blaming black people for everything, for all of the problems and stuff. And then really, oh my goodness, our intelligence trying to say that we only voting black people, if they did vote for Trump, that they voted for Trump because they think they finna get another $1,200.
Well, black people did vote for Trump.
But to say that they voted for Trump to get another $1,200 is crazy, bro.
Because go ahead. DJ Brother Z, you got something to say about it, or you just done?
I don't want us to lose our FCC license.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me tackle this. First of all, if you have any comments about what this person said, 833-212-1017 is the number. The black community. So Dr. Ken, I was texting, blah, 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 blah. My analysis is that black and minority communities in Milwaukee need a stern talking to by its leaders, such as yourself, about the plight of their communities and why grocery stores do not locate in their neighborhoods. Well, first of all, it is a combination. Part of it's crime, part of it's shrinkage from their inventory because people steal, but that's all over the country. So while I understand that, that's not the end all to be all. I'm just saying. And what do you mean a stern talking to? I'm not responsible for the black community any more than you're responsible, and I'm assuming you're white, for the white community. Like, how is it when the white community does something bad, it's that individual? But when the black community is perceived to do something bad, it's the leader's fault? I don't live in the house with people. I live in mine. I don't live in the community out in the street with people. I live in mine. They go on to say, and part of it, the problem is their analysis. They have a right to their opinion and their understanding. I get it. Grocery stores such as Walmart, Walgreens, Pick and Save are pulling out of their neighborhoods due to crime and theft, which is leading to those stores not making profits to sustain their operations. They've moved out of white neighborhoods too. So it's not just us. If community leaders such as yourself are not willing and able to speak truth to these neighborhoods, are you speaking truth to your neighborhood? They will forever be at the low end of the economic. What makes you think black people are at the low end of the economic and health spectrum when you have more poor white people than you do black people? In actual numbers. Not percentage of the population, but sheer actual numbers, they're more white poor. My take is that Trump campaign won because they received a $1,200 check from Trump. Not only is that insulting, but it's what? What's the S word?
That's stupid.
And the reason it is, and you owe me dinner, and the reason it is because the fact that you think black people are so stupid and so base that all you got to do is pay them a $1,200 check. Now, if it was a $12,000 check or a $12 million check, I would even argue with you, where's my check? But for you to sit there and say $1,200, that's like prostitution money. You think of you look at black people as so base and stupid that all you have to do is pay them. And they're not expecting another $1,200 check. Where are you getting this information from? Somebody else said it and you trust them and it sounds good, so you run with it? Makes absolutely no sense. These voters better be ready because Trump administration will not be handing out any more $1,200 check. I would be like to educate on the topic of barriers in place. People like you that think the way you do are a barrier in place, faced by black men. The black community has a very robust middle class. So your assumptions and your vision about the black community when all the news shows are the least of us and the best of us and nobody in the middle, that's not on me. We here at 1017 The Truth, Truth Nation, it's a lot of middle class folks. It's a lot of rich black folks and a lot of poor black folks that listen to the truth. It's called everybody. And it's not hindering our educational and professional development. What's happening is we have systems in place that make it so difficult to get an education, and so expensive to get an education that you're already held back. And this started right after slavery. And if you think that that was then and this is now, that's not true, because the majority of rich white families and rich white people got rich off of slavery and have that same money today in their families that they hand down. It's not that we don't want to work. We weren't able to start businesses back in the day. So when you are able to start a business and we can't, and your family business goes from generation to generation and ours doesn't, whose fault is that? Redlining, all those things. Banks, no matter how many times black people tried to start a bank in Milwaukee, you could never get a bank to a federal level. It was always a state bank, because to start a federal bank was so expensive and you couldn't get the money. Just like slavery, just like construction work. Why aren't black people in construction work? Because the bond you need to get it, most people won't give it to you. And let me use Donald Trump as an example. When he needed a bond for the amount of money that they fined him for, and he went to get the bond, the insurance company said, "We're not giving it to you." He said, no. The bond is going to be the equivalent of the money. I'm going to get the bond, and I'm going to buy it from you. And if it's $300 million, I'm going to give you $300 million. I'm just using a number. And you keep it. And if I have to pay it, you pay it. They said no. Why? Because they can. Oh, you're a black guy, you need bonding to start a construction company? Oh, we're not giving it to you. Just like when I tried to buy a house in Milwaukee in 1994. Oh, we need this paperwork. Oh, we need that. But every single time I called this bank, they needed a different type of paperwork. They made me so mad. I went to Marquette University Law School, looked up all of the housing laws for federal, all of the housing laws for the state, and took it to them and said, "You're giving me this mortgage. I'm not giving you one." Like, all the money, all the information you need to be pre-approved is the same information you need to get the loan. Why am I giving you the same information over and over and over? So I had a meeting with the vice president of this bank, and I told him, "You're going to give me the loan at a reasonable interest rate, because I wanted to show up so people can show that a black man got a loan in Milwaukee. Otherwise, you know what they tried to do? Give me the money to buy the house. Like, don't sue them. Just give me the money." They would just give me the money, buy my house for me. Now it's mine, and I don't have to pay anything. You're not buying me like that. You don't get to buy me. You need to give me a loan so you can show you gave a black man a loan so other people can see they can get a loan. You're not going to play that game. Don't pay me off. They literally tried to pay me off. But that's what we fall for. And at some point, we have to stand up and tell people we're done. And so I thought about, how do you deal with people like this? How do you deal with people that don't understand your community because they've decided based on their experience that if they can do it, you can do it? And they don't understand black culture. They don't understand the hell that people have put us through over the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 decades. And now you want to stand up and pretend like everything is fine because we live in a post-diversity world? That's not going to happen. You think getting rid of DEI is going to stop us? No, because we functioned before we had DEI, and we'll continue to do that. What I want to tell black people before I take Al's call, and I know we're behind, is black people need to understand their ABCs. Whenever you make a decision, whether you're dealing with black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Pacific Islander, male, female, straight, gay, LGBT, I don't care who you're dealing with, you need, this sounds like a pop-off Monday, you need to deal with these 3 things. Know your ABCs. But I'm going to tell you after I take Al's call. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
What I was going to say in reference to that, black people had a lot of businesses, but they was burnt down. And also a lot of those banks benefited from that because they didn't have to pay that money back. Because a lot of the money that those banks had from those black businesses, they held on to the money, and they got off scot-free. Also, I was going to say a lot of people who say where we are, they are the main ones owning these houses in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So I would tell black people, know your potential, make your own way, bust move silently, and maybe start you a business because their goal is to keep confusion. And everybody is afraid of black people potential because they know without some education, we were able to invent, do surgery, figure out formulas, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that information. We make it in anything, but yet we're the number one enemy. But of course, they always try to take everything from us or learn from us. So I just wanted to share that information, and may all you have a good day.
You too.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. What did Al just say? Al summarized what I call the ABCs. So when you deal with people from this day forward, whether you agree about the election or not, whether you like it or not, remember this. A, accept nothing. B, believe no one. And C, check everything.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
right here. They don't make music like that no more. 833-212-1017. What? What'd you say? What? You see, I'm just picking for a fight. Just picking what? So I said, good morning. What do you mean, good morning? Oh, it's like that? You know, I can just turn it on YouTube here and just play it. You know that, right? What? I can just go to YouTube and play it. 8332. We just having fun. 833-212-1017. Hey, y'all, it's big week for Concordia University, Wisconsin. If you're on YouTube, you see the shirt right there, YouTube. UW, CUW. College Scholarship Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. It's big week, and this week we will highlight the many scholarship opportunities they offer students and tell you why your student should apply to attend a Concordia. I am a graduate, undergraduate, and a graduate degree from Concordia University. So remember, whether you're a high school student with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia University, Wisconsin is here to help you reach your goals and so much more. So if you want information, go to cuw.edu or just call me. Just call me. I'll tell you. I'm alumni, undergrad, and grad. So just call me. 833-212-1017 is the number. Michael, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I could use a couple of thousand. But I suppose I'm not going to get that, huh? Hey, actually, I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
That one guy who was giving you this offhand compliment, and it's just a question. Do you think that sometimes that's used to, in a sense, divide black people in the sense of, you're a real smart guy. You're not like those others type of deal?
Oh, I get that all the time. You're not like everybody. Yeah. That's funny because most of my friends are medical doctors and lawyers and plumbers and carpenters and what? Like the black community is as broad as the white community.
Exactly. And I always thought there was like a thing of, well, if I, maybe not consciously, but I'm going to kind of make him think he's better than the rest of them. Like, you're not like those others, because sometimes they try to lay that on me.
I don't think it's conscious. I don't think it's like a racist thing. I think that once you reach a certain place, like how can I say this? Because I don't want to offend white people, because I mean it's not about race. When you've been the majority for so long, you forget that not everybody has the same foundation to be able to reach their levels.
Mm-hmm. I get that, because I have to be careful on even not so much, even not talk about race, even talk about some of the things that like one friend of mine constantly, in a sense, scolds me. He's right. Michael, don't assume that these people know what you know. That's not necessarily true. It's not saying I'm so much smarter, but everybody doesn't know what you know. And
but wait. But Michael, what is your friend trying to tell you then? Don't assume the people don't know what you know. So is he telling you that you need to dim your light so that other people can feel okay?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It's more like, it's more like sometimes I express surprise when this person doesn't know what I'm talking about, and that's where he goes, no, don't assume these people know what you know. He's not saying that at all. Not him? No. Oh, no.
Okay.
Quite the opposite.
Okay. Because, sometimes we get a little, you just think you ought to. I remember, I think I told the story. Somebody was like, oh, you looking at something? You getting ideas for your radio show? And I said, no, I'm just looking at you so arrogant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord.
And
I just hate that.
I haven't spoken to the person since.
I wouldn't either.
I just stopped. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I am not going to not be who I am. I tell people I'm an intellectual. Like right. One of my strongest things when we did the, I forget what you call it. Anyway, Strength Finders, intellection.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was a weirdo, and I thought, well, I'm a weirdo, but I thought I was a weirdo, and I didn't know what I was doing, and why do I always remember all this stuff, and why do I like reading these things? And then I started working on my PhD and went, oh, that's what that is.
That's why.
That's what that is.
I know what you mean, because I've also wondered, why do I like history so much? And then as I started reading more history, it helped me to understand what's going on today.
Right. But for some reason, when you do that and other people see it, and I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna. I want to make an assumption about what it is in somebody else, but I know when I've seen people who had more and I felt lacking, that gave me drive.
Yeah.
To excel, not now I'm gonna hate you because you got something and I want it, and I can't have it. Well, you can have anything you want. So are you willing to work for it?
Oh, I'll ask, hey, where'd you get that from, or where'd you get the information from? So I'll ask that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And most people, if you ask, they'll tell you. And some people won't. I'll find out anyway. Especially with the technology we got today.
Which I don't understand. Which I just never understood that. We have 337 million people in America, 367 million, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If everybody was a millionaire, that's only $337 million. And our economy is worth like $35 trillion. So don't sit and tell me you can't make $1 million. You can. You got to work at it. You got to bust your butt. There's certain sacrifices you got to make. And ain't nobody going to give it to you.
Right. I think people have to be honest with themselves. I'm not willing. I would like to be make $1 million, but I'm not willing to go this far to do it. Be honest.
Yep.
It's not a crime.
Yep. And if I have it,
like you can't do it.
And if I have it, I'm gonna show you what I did to get it and how I worked at it. But I'm not giving you mine.
Right. There you go.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening.
All right. Appreciate it. 833-212-1017 is the number. Do we have traffic, sports, and weather? Just traffic. Well, why don't y'all put some sports together? Come on, man. Come on. Look. What kind of slipshod radio station we running, man? Guess I got to go find the sports myself.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place and instead of what you came for, you found a phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. For help with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
We've got some backups along westbound 94, starting at around 16th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Eastbound side slowing down just east of 76th Street all the way to 27th. Southbound 43, a little tight heading into the Capitol Drive area from just south of Hampton, and then back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high rise. Southbound 41, watch for backups from before Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. More delays from Greenfield Avenue down towards Lincoln on 894 southbound. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 36 at the lake, 28 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, a high of 49. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Karen Harris. I almost got my name wrong. That's how upset I am about that email. I'm not that upset. I get. Well, I understand what he said. Should I meet with him? Ain't nobody listening to me. I'm just sitting here talking and ain't nobody. I asked y'all a question. Y'all didn't even. How many emails you got? That's not what I asked. You see how you got around that? I 100% full. Duh. How many? How many do you think, Dr. Ken? I would say like at least over 1,000. 30,000. 30,000.
This is my work one. This was all like.
But you don't delete emails? I got 145 right now.
See, I got a lot of WTMJ stuff coming in here.
I deleted 266 already.
Oh, see, like I don't go in and delete. That'll be my problem.
No kidding. Like, did it take a college degree for you to figure that one out?
It's too many. And then that's like I don't know what to delete. I might end up accidentally deleting something important that I needed from months or years ago.
How about what would you need? So watch it. Listen. What would you need from months or years ago that you haven't read and don't know it's there?
That's a good point. I think
so. You could go down to at least 1,000. That'll take you back about 10 or 15 days, and then everything else you just delete.
Listen, that's a good point. In my head, I guess it'd be FOMO. It's just, oh man,
What are you missing that you're not even reading?
I know.
You're not even reading. That's like saying, hey, I'm going to save this. And then the next time you look at it, it's 15 years later.
That's what be happening.
Well, if you didn't know it was there, if you did not know it was there, why would you need it? And so I look at stuff, and when I go, am I going to wear that? I haven't worn it in 15 years. So I just go through my closet and just throw stuff away. Take it to the Goodwill. I ain't bothered. But instead, yeah.
I got to take up that method, Dr. Ken.
Notice how everything he says, I gotta, I'm a probably, I should, but he doesn't do it.
I mean, I'm going to have to. I cannot get an email.
So
I send one.
So the calendar invite I just sent you, you can't get.
It's crazy because that's the last thing that I got. And then everything else it say couldn't send message. But yeah, I just got your outreach thing.
Well, that's because it's the calendar, not email.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So all the stuff I sent you didn't get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like the plan. I was in here scrolling through it. Didn't even see that bad boy.
Wow. So can you set your email from the oldest to the, and then just go through it and delete it?
Oh yeah, I'm about to just go through it. If it was sent last year, it's getting deleted. I'm done with that.
Wow. He just said last year, and it's November. Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you, I got emails in here, and so some days I just sit down and I start with the oldest and I just delete them. Because I don't really. Who does that? Well, I guess Jason does that.
I got something from 2022 sitting on here.
Why?
And I'm about to delete all of that.
Why? That's 833-212-1017. Let me check the talking text line, and because y'all be tripping. Nope. I got nothing on the talking text. I guess everybody called. So, okay. How come Sandra always call before we going on break? Sandra, you're on the award-winning 117.
You just had a break.
Well, now we got another one.
But you just had a break.
Then we're going to take another one.
I'll wait.
You going to tell me we're going to
take another? I'll wait.
All right, hold on. 833-212-1017 is the number.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholars get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we will be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune into 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Concordia University, Wisconsin.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I'm going to say it, Ken Sandra. I'm good.
Well,
I'm good.
I told you I was a Harris.
There you
I'm
go.
a Harris.
There you go.
Believe it or not.
There you go.
Yeah, my granddad was a Harris. And we might be some kids along the line. You never know. Yeah.
Dude.
But anyhow,
yes,
yeah.
Ma'am.
So you were talking about somebody text you and said all that mess that they said. Yeah, I call it mess because every time you look around, everything they got to say is something negative about us. But like I say, this started a long time ago when they ruined this neighborhood and took everything away.
Some of it was true.
I'm talking about this Milwaukee.
Okay, but some of it is true.
And all of that true. It just go back to how this city was reamed out. The jobs got outsourced and offshored and all that stuff. And then the Delta Expressway with the white flight. There's a lot of mess they did. And like I said, the only time I think maybe our problem was I don't call us conscious because I was steady working. I wasn't paying attention. And we weren't conscious enough to be at the table because they said if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And we got on that menu and they ate us alive up in this city because we had hospitals. We had Children's Hospital down here. We had Deaconess Hospital. We had Lutheran Hospital. We had Family Hospital. And the one over there off of Billard, St. Michael's, we had all that stuff in here. And after they gutted this city out, everything got out of here. And now they say, oh, get it yourself. Well, my dad even had a hard time trying to open his business. They didn't give him the money either. And this still is one thing. These are black women giving other black women money to open up a business. Now they stopped that. The DEI, diversity, where we can get a job too.
But why does somebody need to? Well, but think about it. Why do people need to give you money to get a business, to start a business? We need to become self-sufficient.
Well, you got to start working. If you can get a job and work to get it.
Listen to what I'm saying, Sandra.
Yeah, go ahead.
Self-determination.
Okay,
self-determination. That's one of the keys to Kwanzaa. Just do it yourself. Let's get together with a few people. You don't need to. It's not your responsibility to raise up the entire tribe and the entire community and the entire.
Yes,
I don't care. It is not. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it is not my job. It's my job to show you how you can do it for yourself. We'll do it, but I'm not doing it for you. That's what I mean. We spend a lot of time mollycoddling and doing things for people that they can do for themselves. The problem is the expectation from many people in the white community don't think we can do it, and so they just give us stuff for free. And what that creates is a lazy mentality. You see it in white communities, you see it in Hispanic, black, it's in every community. Anytime I give you something for free, and I'm not saying don't help people. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying our job in the community is to help the community, but my job for me is to make you self-sufficient so that you can help the rest of the community. But you got to take care of you first, and nobody wants to do that. And I'm generalizing when I say that. But that mentality is one of the reasons why people don't go to school, don't get a job. To me, it just sounds like you're just coming up with excuses.
I really, I can't. I've been out of school so long, but it wasn't that I didn't want to get my own job. And even my husband wanted to have his own establishment, but he waited till he got 60-something years old, But I still, in my sister, we speak about communes where we get all of us in this, in the area and build ourselves up. We see it like my dad, like I said, when he managed to get along to open this business, he was from old school. He didn't believe the women should be in the business. We should be at home with the apron on.
Okay.
So you got a mentality there, too. But every time.
But what does that have to do with him starting a business and running a business?
He ran it, but he didn't want us in it. That's what I'm talking about. And see, when white people run a business, they pass it down to their kids. And in fact, they get the best education because they know what fields to go in.
While part of that is true, not all or the majority of white businesses pass on to their children because a lot of children don't want to do what their parents do.
No, I tell you what, look like to me they're doing good because all they do is blame everything on black people. Why don't black people do black people murder?
Well, I know.
We got black folks saying the same thing.
But I know a lot. Well, but black people are doing it. Like you cannot argue the fact that crime is an issue.
Well, crime is an issue because America created the issue.
Stop cute.
America creates
America
crime.
did not create the condition.
I'm telling you,
you're wrong.
And I'm telling you right now, I know what a drug dealer is.
Wait. I got one for you. No. I got one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you tell me what you think about this story. You ready? It's my number one story in the top 5 at 5. A 4-year-old obtained a gun and unintentionally shot a 9-year-old Friday night. The 9-year-old was transported to a hospital and is expected to survive. Took place at 4:45 p.m., 9200 block of North 75th Street. 2 women, 27 and 22, were taken into custody. What were you doing with a gun where a 4-year-old got it and shot a 9-year-old? Are we going to complain about this? Nope, we're not going to march about that. Are we going to say, hey, what are those girls doing? Nope, we want to blame something else for 2 girls.
How am I going to march about a woman and her responsibility for her child? They know better. A gun is a dangerous weapon. They know better.
But that's what people read.
But that's what I'm saying. Everything negative about us is always in the news.
Then why aren't we complaining about it? Then why aren't we complaining about it? Then why aren't we complaining about it? Why aren't we saying, hey, don't do that?
Do they complain about their crime?
Talking about white people.
Why do we keep
doing that?
No, they need to complain.
No.
They need to complain. Because if we can complain and step on each other.
Sandra.
Can we step on each other?
Sandra, be responsible for you.
It's just so bad that they think everything is crime with us.
I don't care what they think. Why do we care?
You let me talk to that man. Let me talk to that man. I want to talk to him.
Talk to who?
The man that texts you and asks you.
No, I'm not going to have you there. You scare him away. I ain't having no girl. Stop. I can argue with him. I can argue with you, but they
down
can't.
here.
Nah,
I'm right in the central city, and I'm gonna tell you, I have to call. Now I got to go down there and tell them to come here and get the garbage. They know this garbage is around here. And then you go out in other areas, you see flashing signs.
But are you arguing with the people who throw the garbage? Are you arguing with the people that throw the garbage?
I don't even know who they are. And number one, I probably have to carry my pistol because I might have to pop them. Because it might pop me because I'm bad in their business.
So you're the reason why it's crime in the inner city.
No, I'm not, because I'm an honest little lady.
Who carries
a pistol. And I try to pick up a little raggedy paper.
Who carries a pistol. Wow.
I don't even look. Wow. I don't care. I don't even have my license.
Wow.
No, I don't carry no pistol. But I mean, I try to look around my area.
You
around the area.
Never have to worry about me going to lunch with Sandra. She get mad at me, dude. She get mad at no.
I couldn't get mad at you. I get mad at my husband.
The way you holler at me?
Get mad at you.
The way you holler at me?
I holler.
Okay.
You just don't know me like that. I don't holler at you.
Okay.
I don't be hollering. I just was just making a little point. I just get mad with society. I'm not mad at you.
But then why don't we complain about people who throw trash in our community? We don't want to turn people in, and then when people need to get arrested, we start talking about mass incarceration. What does that have to do with somebody committing a crime and creating a victim in the city of Milwaukee? That's just odd to me.
All I got to say about the crime, everybody that committed crime should be responsible, period. I don't care who it is. It could be the president. It could be the doctor. It could be the lawyer. They should be just as responsible as we are. We commit the crime, we do the time. They commit crime, they can escape.
That's what you say.
That's all. Okay.
That's what you say.
All right. I'm not hollering at you, though. I'm just going back and forth. Okay, Dr. Kier.
All right.
Talk to you later. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. 83321. I think I just got chastised by an elder. I kind of feel like I got, like smacked around. Can you? Y'all don't even know what that is, do you? Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of colloquialisms that have to do with race and gender, and you can't really use them anymore because people get offended, and it's, oh my God, that's terrible. The world's gonna come to it. Yeah, just like we get mad at comedians who tell jokes, right? Like they forgot the comedian that was at the Madison Square Garden, right? Who told a Puerto Rican joke? He's Puerto Rican. I was like, what? Yeah. So now black people can't tell black jokes no more because I guess people get offended. I'd hate to be a comedian today because you can never say anything that's funny. You can never talk about people. Think about that. It's unfortunate. Top 5 at 5 is coming up next. I've got some interesting stories for you that will make you go, And I'm complaining. It's official. My email, I can't bulk delete emails. I have to click each one individually. And I don't understand. And why does Jason have 30,000 emails? Like, what is wrong with you?
I have no clue. I'm getting rid of these now. I clear out my life.
I don't know what my number is. My unread number is 149. I'm pretty sure because I found my original email they gave me when I joined GKB. And I've been here longer than you. I'm just saying. That means I've deleted over 30,000 emails. And I got to do them one by one. I'm going upstairs to complain to IT right now. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
This is 1017 The Truth Snony Juice, and the time is now, Milwaukee. For years, this city has been creating an undeniable buzz, and it's finally getting the national attention and recognition it truly deserves. Milwaukee is on the rise, and Jammin' with Juice is proud to be part of this historic run, showcasing the talent and energy driving this new era. This is Milwaukee's moment, and we're here to shine the spotlight on it. So lock in with Jammin' with Juice every day from noon to 1 on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And and Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You ever just want to do this and just go to sleep? Like just, or have you ever awakened and found yourself asleep and you didn't even know you fell asleep? It's crazy. It's crazy. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Did you hear that in the open? When I talked about how you vote and then they get in office and you lose everything because you put all your eggs in one basket. That's how people feeling. That's how people feeling. Yeah. That's why people are crying. I'm sorry. I just come from a generation where we got kicked in the behind. And so we just shifted so you could kick the other side because I'm not moving. I'm not giving up and I'm not going anywhere. We got people on TV crying because somebody didn't get elected. We got people upset about the election, and this is only like their first or second election. And they're acting like the world's going to end. So, I don't know. Talking text line said, white people can get generational wealth or a loan from a rich family. You do know that not all white people are rich. Like this thing in people's minds that white people are just rich is just, yeah, it's just weird. Why wouldn't we want any help to start? But we shouldn't want any help. No, I'm not saying we shouldn't want any help to start a business. But I'm saying when you independently start something on your own, you're not beholden to anybody. So you don't owe anybody anything. People can't tell you what to do because you go, oh, well, I started it and it was my money. Oh, you didn't know? It was my money and you can't have it. I'm doing what I'm doing. It's like people who pay for your college. To a point, if you pay for college, you're beholden to them. And that's okay. I had some scholarships and I was beholden to them. But when I was done, I was done. I mean, there's a way. I think there's a method to the madness. I get it. I think.
Number 5.
This from blackenterprise.com. America's entrenched racism is contributing to a growing life expectancy gap between black and white Americans, research shows. University of Wisconsin sociology professor Nicholas Mark points to data showing that the widening life expectancy gap is largely driven by social determinants of health, which are key factors in predicting life outcomes. Systemic barriers in living conditions, healthcare systems, and social structures are causing the white population to outlive their counterparts. So once again, we're blaming systems, and there are issues with the system. I get it. There are issues with healthcare. There are issues in social structures, how people live, living conditions. But they say black communities face greater educational barriers with limited resources for students pursuing higher education and fewer scholarship opportunities to help turn their dreams into reality. Its lack of education leads individuals into dangerous jobs with exposure to toxic chemicals, poor working conditions, so they're unable to secure higher paying positions that would provide both better salaries and valuable life skills. So here's my question. Well, no, let me read this second one. Individuals with higher socioeconomic status often have better access to health care and nutritious food, which has been shown to improve life expectancy. Mark also highlights the chronic stress of living in a race-conscious society that stigmatizes and disadvantages the black community. I reject that, even though I know that it happens. I'm not living under the stress of someone else's issue. If you got an issue with racism, I don't care. Have your issue. If you try to stop me, I'm going to go around you, over you, or through you. But what I'm not going to do is allow that to stop me from working out every day, from eating right, not being overweight. Part of the problem is we don't tell our family members, hey, yeah, lay off the food. Oh my God, that's rude. You're hurting my feelings. Yeah, you're hurting your feelings, but let me help you with something. Being obese to the point that you are deathly obese is not cute. It's not. It's not. Any more so than being so thin and not eating that your organs are malnourished. There's nothing cute about that. Be healthy. You can eat right. All the information is there. Let's teach it. But let's take care of everybody. Don't paint the picture black people with a broad brush. Some black communities face educational barriers. Other black communities don't. Some have limited resources for higher education. Some don't. Some black students go to good schools and test well. Some don't. But when we constantly write these articles and constantly make black people bad and constantly make us look like we're just broke down, broke, busted, and disgusted, that's how the community sees us. That's already how the media portrays us. I get it. But at some point, you need to override all that and handle your business too. But, well, sometimes we don't do that.
Number 4.
From WISN.com, I don't know. You know, I-43 went through Bronzeville, right? It went through the black community and tore it up. Well, I guess Nottingham County get to do that too. Construction begins on a 14-mile stretch of Interstate 43 on the 14th. Today is the 11th. According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, at 4:30 a.m., crews will begin reconstructing the southbound lanes between Glen Oaks Lane and Donges Bay, just south of Donges Bay Road in Ozaukee County. To accommodate, traffic will shift east onto the northbound lanes. I-43 southbound ramps at Mequon Road are also scheduled to close through spring of 2025. Drivers can use I-43 southbound exit ramp to Highland Road, Port Washington Road, and County Line Road entrance ramp to I-43 southbound to get around the closures. Okay. You know what that means, right? Stay off of Port Washington Road. Just stay off of Port Washington Road. That way, you'll be safe.
Number 3.
From this also from WISN. You know the city passed the budget, right? $2 billion. I think that's the first time the city had a budget that was higher than MPS. Milwaukee's $2 million budget is now headed to the mayor for final approval. Milwaukee Common Council President Jose Perez said in the adoption meeting Friday that the budget process is never easy. It's weeks of hard work followed by difficult decisions. The budget will impact household budgets around the city, touching everything from police staffing to parking to property taxes. So here's what's going to happen. Parking fines will increase by $12 on average, depending on the type of citation. The bump fee, along with the Department of Public Works plan to issue 44,000 more tickets, is expected to bring in an extra $2 million in revenue. The city will also increase fees for snow and ice control, waste removal by 2%. According to the budget documents, the annual cost for a household with one garbage can is $261.36 a year. The annual cost for snow and ice removal for the average homeowner will be $46. So what does that mean? That means if you mess around and you don't clean up stuff and the city got to come out, they're going to bill you. The property tax levy will also increase by 2%. They estimate a home valued at $166,000 will pay $62 extra. While maintaining basic city services, Mayor Cavalier Johnson said the city is going to use much of next year's budget on public safety. He said, I want individuals who commit crimes against Milwaukee, including crimes of reckless driving, including crimes that maim, harm, and kill, and cause people mayhem and destruction in our community, to be held accountable. On top of the $314 million already dedicated to crime reduction, a new bill amendment by Alderman Peter Bergelis and Alderman Scott Spiker put $85,000 toward officer recruitment. They're going to hire a social media recruitment consultant and give bonuses to city employees that help recruit officers. Really? Really? Interesting. Interesting, to say the least.
Number 2.
So this is what I complain about to people, and people always complain to me, hey, you shouldn't say that. It's terrible, right? You should respect your elders. Respect your elders. From Fox6Now.com, a 20-year-old Milwaukee woman is accused of punching a school bus driver on the city's northwest side. Danielle Dobbin, white female, now faces charges of physical abuse to an elderly person, intentionally causing bodily harm and disorderly conduct. According to the criminal complaint, get this, police responded to the Battery 911 call last Wednesday at the intersection 91st and Acacia Avenue, northwest side. When officers arrived on the scene, they spotted a school bus, made contact with the driver. The driver stated she was in the bus with 2 young children when a black 4-door car passed her on the right, but then stopped in front of the bus and began to back up toward the bus. When the bus driver honked her horn to alert the driver of the car, right, the driver of the car got out of their car and began to yell at the bus driver. The bus driver told police she is not allowed to reverse the school bus without permission from dispatch. So she did not move the bus. The complaint says the driver of the car walked up to the bus, yelled at the driver, this 20-year-old white female, yelled at the driver, opened the driver's side bus door, threatened to take the bus driver's purse. When the bus driver moved the purse, the car driver swung a closed fist at the bus driver And the bus driver said the car's driver did this multiple times. The complaint says that the bus driver was still strapped into the driver's seat by her seatbelt and was unable to move away from the strikes. When the driver stepped away, the bus driver closed her door and feared for her safety and those of the children on the bus. The bus driver called dispatch, described the driver of the car and what happened. The bus driver later directed officer to the driveway where she saw the car enter with the vehicle. The officers went to the location. They spoke to the defendant, Danielle Dobbin. What do you think she told police?
And that nothing was her fault?
Dobbin said the bus was traveling too close behind her, stopped behind Dobbin within 2 feet of the rear of the vehicle. Dobbin said the bus driver refused to back up the bus. The complaint says Dobbin stated that she struck the bus driver on the face once with her left fist, and that the incident would not have happened if the bus driver had locked the door and didn't let her in. See, I wouldn't have beat you, but you made me beat you. It's your fault. Police collected surveillance footage from the bus, which depicted the school bus traveling eastbound on 8900 block of Acacia when a black four-door sedan passed the bus on the right at a high rate of speed. Dobbin is seen opening the bus door and striking the bus driver. So she said, had you locked the door and I couldn't get on, then I wouldn't have hit her. Woo, that's some logic for you. That's some logic for you. That's some logic for you. I don't get it. And right when I didn't get it, I get this.
Number 1.
This also from fox6now.com. When I heard about this, again, another reason why I don't work sensitive crimes. A Milwaukee man is charged with life-threatening child abuse after prosecutors say he did what? Threw a baby against the wall while playing a video game. 20-year-old Jalen White faces 2 felony counts of child abuse, intentionally causing great bodily harm and neglecting a child, consequence of great bodily harm. Jalen White is currently being held on $100,000 cash bail, and he has a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 15th. According to the criminal complaint, on November 5th, Election Day, police officers and detectives responded to Children's Hospital of Wisconsin to investigate child abuse. The child abuse complaint involves the victim, a baby who's a little more than 8 months old. The complaint says that the baby was severely injured and had to be intubated. The baby lost a pulse, and the treating team had to administer multiple rounds of CPR to bring the pulse back. A CT scan revealed that the baby had a large comminuted parietal skull fracture. It's hard reading this. To the right side, that was slightly displaced, along with a large right-sided subdural hemorrhage with midline shift of the brain from right to left. So their brain moved inside their skull. Ugh. A chest x-ray revealed 6 total posterior rib fractures in the different stages of healing, along with a healing left clavicle fracture. That's this, all right? The clavicle. A craniectomy, did I say that right? A craniectomy was performed to drain the subdural hemorrhage and alleviate pressure on the baby's brain based on the severity of the baby's brain injury. The baby is not expected to survive. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, like he won't. Like, is that not murder?
Baby's not dead yet.
Oh, so once the baby died, he can get charged with murder.
Right. White said that the baby's skull fracture and head injury were the result of the other woman bumping the baby's head on the doorframe and when she was rushing out of the bedroom to show the unresponsive baby to him. When confronted with the severity of the baby's injuries, White claimed that the baby fell while he was changing the baby's diaper. Specifically, White claimed that he was changing the baby's diaper. The baby was on the bed or air mattress and fell on the carpeted floor. Detectives explained that a short fall on a carpeted surface would not result in severe injuries the baby sustained. Complaint goes on to say that White said he dropped the baby while he was standing and playing video games. The baby squirmed and fell hard to the floor. White speculated that the baby's head must have hit part of the dresser or a pole on the way down to the floor. Detectives showed White scene photos and confronted White about what the baby's head could have possibly hit. Detectives confronted White directly by asking him, "Did you try to put him on the bed and he hit the wall?" In response, White admitted to throwing the baby against the wall. Specifically, White was playing video games. The baby was inside his pack and play. White picked the baby up while playing video games to keep him chill for a little bit. The baby was getting heavy in White's arm, so he threw the baby against the wall and onto the bed. The baby struck the wall approximately a foot above the bed before landing face first on the bed. Detectives told White that they would confirm with medical professionals whether his explanation of throwing the baby against the wall would account for the severity of the injuries. White said he hit his head on the wall, bro. I swear he hit his head hard on the wall, and I heard the wall. It was hard on his head. It was hard. It was a loud, hard wall. I heard the impact of the wall after I tossed him. White said he was playing NBA 2K, and the game was competitive. He was down 2 points in the fourth quarter of the game. He became frustrated while he was holding the baby, so he threw the baby against the wall. So what do you do after that? Like, what do you do? We tend to forget about victims of crimes, like babies who can't take care of themselves. And this is just like the one where they kept the kids on the south side, right, in the house for years with dirt and feces and all that stuff. So let me see. I can get a license to fly an airplane, license to drive a car, but I don't need a license to be a parent. Something's wrong in society.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
All insurance companies, they want to know where are your cars housed.
Right.
They want to know how far are you driving to get to and from work every day. They want to know all these different things for weather patterns. Are you living in northern Wisconsin or are you living down in Tornado Alley somewhere in Kentucky? These things make a difference as to how your insurance rates are formed. It needs you to be factual, and every single time somebody commits these different frauds, it all adds up and everybody ends up paying the price for it down the road.
Erie Insurance, providing the protection you need and the service you expect, all at a great price. It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. Hey, garage doors giving you headaches. Best way I know how to deal with it is to call my friends at Geist. Family owned since 1955. Geist is the trusted authority on garage doors and openers in southeastern Wisconsin. Trust me, I got two of them. I use them too. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. So, for fast, reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com, GEISDOORS.com, or call 262-784-4250. Tell them Dr. Ken told you to call. Don't think twice. Call Geist. 833-212-1017 is. I should probably check the talking text line. Let me check the. I'm just checking, making sure I ain't got no people are hollering at me. You know, sometimes y'all get mad and be like, "Hey, how come you didn't?" So I'm gonna just cover stuff because we got less than a half hour left, and I wanna cover some stuff. And if you have any comments, 833-212-1017 is the number. From Macomb Daily, I don't know if you heard, young Black and Latino men say they chose Trump because of the economy, right? Brian Leah, 31-year-old small business owner from Belton, Texas, was not surprised that a growing number of Latino men of his generation voted for Donald Trump for president this year. He had voted for Republicans in 2016 and 2020. Rationale is simple. He said he benefited from Trump's economic policies, especially tax cuts. He said, I'm a blue-collar worker, so tax breaks for small businesses are ideal for what I do. For Deshaun Gillishaw, a consultant in Fairfax, Virginia, vote for Trump was rooted in what he saw as Democratic rhetoric not matching their actions. It's been a very long time since the Democrats ever really kept their promise to what they're going to do for the minority communities. Gillishaw, 25 years old, who's Black, also voted for Trump twice before. This year, he said he thought the former president's minority community outreach really showed up. Trump gained a larger share of Black and Latino voters than he did in 2020 when he lost to Democrat Joe Biden, and most notably among men under age 45. That's according to Associated Press VoteCast, a nationwide survey of more than 120,000 voters. Even as Democrat Kamala Harris won majorities of Black and Latino voters, it wasn't enough to give the vice president the White House because of the gains Trump made. Voters overall cited the economy and jobs as the most important issue the country faced, and that was true for Black and Hispanic voters. 3 out of 10 Black men under the age of 45 went for Trump, roughly double the share he got in 2020. Young Latinos, particularly young Latino men, were more open to Trump than in 2020, and roughly half of young Latino men voted for Harris, compared to about 6 out of 10 who went for Trump. Reverend Derek Harkins, a minister who served Abyssinian Baptist Church, which is one of the premier churches in America in New York City, has seen outreach to Black America's religious community for more than a decade. He said that Trump's hyper-masculine appeal worked to win over some younger men of colors. He said, I think that Trump, with his bogus machismo, has been effective among the young men, Black, white, Hispanic. And I think, unfortunately, even if it's a very small percentage, when you're talking about an election like we just had, it can be very impactful. While about 4 in 10 young voters under 45 across racial and ethnic groups identified the economy as the top issue, older white and Latino voters were likely to cite immigration, with about 1/4 of each saying it was their top issue. But a clear majority of young Black voters described the economy as not so good or poor, compared with about half of older Black voters. The majority of Latino voters, regardless of age, said the economy is in bad shape. Interesting. And so people said they wanted strong leadership. Now, I found it interesting that they made it a point to quote the last thing as a guy saying, well, I'll just read it. Black men and women were about twice as likely as in 2020 to describe Trump as a strong leader. David Means, a purchasing manager in Atlanta who is Black, abstained from voting in the election because he did not feel Harris or Trump was making the right appeals to Black men. But the result of the election did not disappoint him. He said, and I'm quoting this, and this is why I went, wait, what? I'm satisfied with the result. I don't feel slighted. I wasn't let down. I wasn't pulling for Trump or Kamala. But I did not want a woman in that position. If it were to be a woman, Means said, I'd rather have a really strong and smart woman. For example, like Judge Judy. And that's when he lost me.
I know this dude did say Judge Judy.
Woo! And so for them to end on that quote shows the bias of the person who wrote the article, because it shows misogyny, but then it doesn't. He said, I'd vote for a woman, just not that woman. I don't know. Somebody has to do a study and look at the data to find out, and then question people and do something qualitative so we can really dive into this. Wow. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Okay, so let me go look here. See, I got way too many stories. It just goes over and over and over. Latino, okay. So they said Latinos, young men, non-educated white people, suburban women were the ones that took Trump over the top. So that's pretty much it. But where do people get their news? Young people are most likely to get their news from social media. That scares the crap out of me. Because you don't know whether social media is legitimate or not. But yet, that's where you get it from. Hispanic Americans are more likely than white Americans to use social media frequently. Frequent users, whites are at 19%, Black is at 19%, Hispanic, 30%. Other race, 30%. Multiracial, 26%. So they're not seeing themselves in the mainstream media. Facebook, then YouTube, then Instagram, TikTok, X, and Reddit. Got it? You know they ain't doing Reddit because you got to read it. I got to read it? Yeah, you got to actually read an article. So I'm joking when I say that. But more Instagram and TikTok users are turning to the sites for news. And that scares me because they have algorithms. So if you got an algorithm, you're only going to see the news that you keep watching. And then other times you miss it. Interesting. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I want to talk about tariffs and what that's going to do for retail companies who get most of their products from China. Because if there's a 10% tariff, somebody has to pay for it. And I'm just thinking it might be you. I guess we ain't got no sports. We might have weather, but we got traffic. Up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
Breaking news, Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office is investigating the death of 43-year-old Devontae L. Mitchell outside of the Hyatt Regency on Sunday as a homicide. Breaking news, a Milwaukee mother is speaking out after her 17-year-old daughter, Amira Wallace, was shot and killed at Milwaukee's Deneen Park. This happened just after midnight on July 22nd. Breaking news. According to a sheriff's office report, Sean Grayson said he shot Sonia Massey after fearing she would throw boiling water at him, which would have caused great bodily harm or death. Breaking news. Body cam video shows fatal police shooting of 4-year-old Illinois boy and man holding him hostage. Police responding to a domestic violence call shot a 4-year-old named Terrell Marshawn Miller and his mother's boyfriend. Now that I have your attention, these are families that are more than just a news story. These are families who are hurting. These are families that are searching for justice. As a community, it's our duty to get involved and make sure we do our part to make sure that these families receive the justice that they're searching for. Today, it's their families in the news. Tomorrow is yours. This is why it's important for us to make sure that we stay on the front lines and make sure that we do our part to help change what's going on in our neighborhood. Whether it's police brutality, whether it's senseless violence, whether it's human trafficking, we all can do our part and help each and every family that's affected negatively in our communities get justice.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Westbound 94, slowing down from 13th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, got some backups from 76th Street through to 35th. Southbound 43, heavy pocket from before Hampton all the way to Capitol, and then again from just south of North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette. And 41 southbound, slowing from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Got a crash on the ramp from Burleigh to northbound 41 as well, so watch out for those delays. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 36 at the lake, 28 inland. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, a high of 49. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So, BlackEnterprise.com is saying U.S. retail companies may have to up their prices thanks to Trump's import tariffs. Think this is a good plan? Well, U.S. Retailers Alliance to Foreign as suppliers may potentially lead to higher prices for a range of products thanks to Donald Trump winning the White House in his proposed tariff, CBS News reports. So here's what happens. Report released by the National Retail Federation on November 4th, American consumers can expect to lose anywhere between $46 and $78 billion in spending power on goods such as apparel, toys, furniture, household appliances, footwear, and travel goods over the next few years because of tariffs. Or, guess what? You can make them here and tell people that we can get lower paying jobs and make them here. Because those same retailers are jacking up the price 3 and 4 times and then having you pay. So what you think is reasonable is made by pennies. Shirts, T-shirts for $3, $4, $5 that they sell to you for $50, for $30, because it has some writing on it. And you buy in bulk. But why can't we make them here? Because people want too much money. So then what you'll have to do is move away from union shops or have a union that is reasonable as it relates to how much money people make, and the price will stay stable or go down. Unfortunately, that's the only way they can do it. The supply chain is too expensive. We understand how the supply chain works because of COVID. All the things that you ordered. You literally ordered the mask, the N95 mask that you needed from China. Because that's where they made them. So instead of being an importer, let's start making stuff here. Let's start forcing prices down by simply not paying for expensive stuff. And they'll lower the price. Because they're not paying a lot. I'm just saying. But we forget. Examples include a pair of sneakers for $50, increasing to price range between $59 and $64. A $2,000 mattress and box springs will now go for $2,190. Since when you buy a pair of sneakers for $50? Where? I wear New Balance. They was on sale. $89, on sale for $59. I bought them. See, when stuff doesn't go on sale, watch this. I know this is crazy. Don't buy it. See how that work? Hey, people aren't buying our stuff. I guess we need to lower the price. Yeah. Lower the price or go out of business. And lower the price. But when prices go down, I don't have to make as much money as I made before because stuff isn't expensive. So when grandparents complain about how, like sometimes I drive on the south side and I look at those houses for sale. I look at the house and the houses for like, $316,000. And I look at the house, it's got a 1-car garage. I'm like, you out of your mind. But it's in a predominantly white neighborhood, right? They play in that game. No way I would buy that house today. Great grandma bought that house for like $25,000 and thought, oh my God, it's expensive. Now it's $316,000. I get inflation at 1 or 2%. But a 10% tariff is going to cause either our prices to go up, which then will cause wages to go up, or we can just make it here and make it cheaper. Because that hasn't stopped people from buying cars here. There's a tariff on foreign cars. There's a tariff on Mercedes. There's a tariff on BMW, Volvo. So here's my thing. Buy a used car. And then you don't have to pay a tariff on it. Let somebody else pay it. Let rich people who make a lot of money pay the tariff, and then you buy it used. That's all you can do. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's 1017 The Truth, Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter. You feel it coming? The low tonight is 40. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal at Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your house since it was built throughout its entire history. How do you do all that? Visit PellaWI.com. That's Pella, PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024. I still got another break to do? Is DJ Brother Z here? All right. It's his fault I'm late.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
At the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year in 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Milwaukee faces significant wealth gaps, but change is possible. Join entrepreneur Arlo Washington on November 13th for a transformative discussion on building wealth in underserved communities. Featured in the Oscar-nominated documentary The Barber of Little Rock, Washington's insights are a must-hear. Attend for free in person or online. Get your ticket at uwm.edu/SCE. Sponsored by the Tommy G. Thompson Center on Public Leadership and hosted by UWM School of Continuing Education.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm going to ask a series of questions. And if you want to be asked these particular questions, 833-212-1017. I'm not going to say them. It's about the election, and I got questions. So if you want to be the guinea pig, can you even say that anymore, guinea pig? You're calling me a pig. You call the police pig, so I can call you a pig. Anyway, so if you want me to ask you the questions, if not, I'm gonna ask Jason because he's a captive audience. He can't go nowhere till 6 o'clock. So 833-212-1017 is the number, and I can ask it, and you can answer it on the talk and text line, or you can just call, and I'll put you on the air. And you can give me your answer. No diatribes, though. Don't go off in tangents and all that, but just answer the question. It's kind of simple, kind of basic, kind of easy, too. So, I'm just saying. But you got to be on first. Then I'll ask the question, and it has to do with the election. I'm not going to ask you who you voted for. I'm not going to ask you all your personal information. I'm going to just ask you some basic questions. 833-212-1017 is the number. We got about, 6 minutes or so, 7 minutes or so. And I got some questions. And I'm going to wait. Dun, dun, dun. I need like a 30-second clock. Tick, 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 and then have it go off. You know? Like that kind of thing, right? So want to make sure. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, that's no fun. Let's see. See if it works. It don't make any sound. I need an alarm. I need a 30-second alarm. I'll put it like that. Because if I say 30-second timer, it just counts and then, oh, that works. Let's see. Don't you love how you try to do stuff on the air and it plays a commercial first on YouTube? You gotta love it. It's my 30-second clock. You know what this is too?
Sound like Law and Order or something.
Dude, Mission Impossible. Oh my gosh. I'm done. All right, Jason, it's on you now.
I'm always ready.
You the guinea pig. Should President Biden step down and let Harris finish his term?
Yes.
Is the Democratic Party done?
For the next 4 years, yes.
Why did Trump win?
I think fear, especially looking at what's going on right now, the climate right now, and they like, hold on, time out. I'd rather go back to before Biden got into office. So I think fear, and then I think economy.
Why did Harris lose?
I think she had a little bit of a disadvantage. Obviously, she came in super late. She taken Joe Biden's spot, had to hurry up and raise the funds, hurry up, get her message out. So I do think the odds were stacked against her.
She had to hurry up and raise $1 billion?
She did it quick.
Okay. All right. What should Trump do in his first 100 days?
Oh, I mean, we know some of it. We know the deportation.
Not what he said he's going to do. What should he do?
Oh, what should he do?
Yes.
Oh, man. One thing, I think the main thing that everybody going to say is we got to figure out a way to bring these prices down at these grocery stores. Because I'm sick of going to the grocery store, spending $400 when I'm just trying to eat.
Who should lead the Democratic Party?
It's crazy because Is Kamala not go? I do feel like Kamala go end up running again in the next 4 years because in my mind I don't see who else besides Kamala. She was literally just the last vice president. I don't think there's any competition. I do think that Kamala go be the leader of the Democratic Party.
What about the Maryland governor?
Oh, Westmore?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Is J.D. Vance is J.D. Vance presidential material?
No, not at all.
All right. We Energy's just got a 12% increase over the past for the next 2 years. Right? So your energy is actually going up.
And they already monopolize everything. The power, with the gas and the electric, I got a problem with We Energy.
Right. So you good with that?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You had 2 failed female presidential candidates. Everybody wants to say it's misogyny. Was it?
Partly, of course. But, partly was... You got to understand, Harris is somebody, it was a lot of concerns and a lot of the unknowns. It was a lot of unknown factors. She's never led the country before. So obviously he was looking at Trump like, hey. Now the Hillary one, I don't know. That one was...
that was outside your time frame.
That one was different. I don't know. I know this one now.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Of course.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tory Lowe Show's coming up next. Hey, take care of yourself. God bless. Take care. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in 22 hours. Thank you, Jason. I'm out.